Hi folks, this is Tomba once again, live for the second time of the day. It is time for redemption. This is it, this is the run. We're going to be attempting Tomba no-hit challenge. Attempt. It's been a lot of attempts, hasn't it? 39 attempts. Alright, we're ready for this. Alright, I'm actually changed my routes a little bit more. I might do some random quests along the way because there's some items I want to get that might help with the run. I've been practicing a lot of things. The only thing I haven't really practiced is lava caves, but everything else seems pretty fluent. As I mentioned the very last stream, I actually did pull it off. I just didn't stream it. I went through the entire game without taking damage. It's possible. We're going to prove it tonight. So yeah, hopefully this is not going to be a long stream, but we'll see how this goes. We're going to make sure we don't get hit. That's the bottom line. So I think to speed up things, what I will probably do, if something bad happens, which is probably going to happen, hopefully it won't, I've decided to actually reset before the end of lava caves. So I think that will speed things up a little bit more. And then as you can see, I am purposely getting as many points as possible by any means necessary. Because I think what this is going to do is help with backtracking a bit. I am planning on getting 150,000 points so that we can get the ordinary mushroom, which prevents us from doing a lot of backtracking. Which overall, I think it's gonna make the run probably feel a little bit faster, but it's gonna be about the same amount of time. And once again, I am playing on the Steam version of the game. So yeah, I might actually will be resetting a lot given all the early shenanigans, which almost happened right there. I may also purposely grind for more points, like while I'm hunting, while I'm trying to save the dwarves, basically. I think my overall time is still an hour and a half-ish for the whole run. And eventually, if the runs go too long, I'm probably just going to make one more attempt. And then go to the end of the journey from there. So who thinks that we're gonna get a Tomba 2 special edition today? Not today, but hopefully in this month of November 2025. Because it's definitely possible. They are talking about the pre-orders of the game being made until this month, I believe. At least that's what the website of Limited Run Games says. I think the date said the 17th of November. So that gives it about a little over 2 weeks left. It would be nice to have like the pre-orders ending and then just announcing that it may come out towards the end of the month or so. Alright, we got a good, decent amount of points. I think we're looking good so far. Yep. I'll be doing some of the evil pigs in different orders as well, to hopefully make things a little bit easier with fighting them. Like that mouse evil pig. I did some changes in the 38th attempt. I waited until we got the grapple jack. So I'm thinking about just keeping it that way with that routine. And during my practice runs, I did goof up a lot in the very beginning of the game. The force of all beginnings. Misjudging the jumps against those biting plant flowers. It hasn't happened in stream, but it has happened while practicing. Where's the butterfly? Here you are. What am I doing? Okay. And one thing I was thinking of doing, which will probably screw me up, is going on and doing the monster hunt event. Cause I think that would net me enough experience to get the ordinary mushroom. Now this might not be worth it, but I think in the long run it's gonna help make things a little bit more fluent when playing through this. Also preventing a lot of backtracking with the mushroom forest. But here we go. The first hurdle. Going through this, saving the dwarves, and grinding a lot of experience points. While avoiding taking damage against these spiders. Alright, so far so good. So yeah, that part alone, getting to the watchtower, getting the jumping pants, I've actually been practicing that. I think that was like, strangely enough, that's like the most place in an early game that I screwed up on. Hello, goodbye, puppy dog. The freeze frames always gets me still. Alright, so now we gotta find 2 dwarfs from the spores. And it finally worked. I don't know what triggers it from not activating, but there's like freeze frames while getting that spore. Get the dwarf from the spore. It pulled off that time, but it sometimes doesn't do it. So I avoided a lot of heartache from that part. I think what happened is, before you free the dwarf, you have to be like off screen. So that it doesn't trigger. I always thought she needed it being like the perfect position. That was close. I was thinking about jumping on the spider, but it's not worth it. Alright, 3rd hurdle. There's so many hurdles in the watchtower. So I found myself taking my time with this because I actually accidentally ran into the spiders were going too quickly. So we're gonna grind this a bit, even past level 10. So that we have enough experience. Now I've done this quite a bit while I was doing like the fruitless challenges. But we didn't have to worry about not taking damage. We just have to worry about not touching fruit. So this is the boring part. Takes about 3 to 4 minutes to do all this, I think. And I think the experience threshold I'm looking for is a little bit over 90,000 points. if I remember correctly. This is pretty simple. Don't rush, just keep on doing this. At least for me, this pays off. And all this time, we've been eating spiders and not pigs. Makes me wonder why Tomba's hair isn't pink. I mean, isn't green, rather. Well, that's gonna change very soon. I think I'll eat a little bit more spiders after this. Alright, we're looking good so far. Yeah, I'll get 100,000. I think that should be enough. I believe if I get it to 100,000, that should allow us to get the ordinary mushroom with the rest of the events that comes up. 5 more spiders. Alright, 100,000 altogether. And I do have to get all those. And now for the unskippable plays. time to move on. We're gonna go to the charity square real quick. Get some of these free APs. So yeah, I mainly do this. I mainly avoid this because it takes a lot of time. But now I'm just committed to just do this. That looks like I don't have enough AP. Yeah, I am actually pretty short on AP. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. I might have to actually grind in the mushroom forest, which would take a little bit more time. Right, I am short a couple of AP, unfortunately. So what I was actually thinking of is avoiding the Monster Hunt event. Because it does take a lot of time to do it. And then not to mention, there's a chance could get hit from it. Alright, we'll just come back over here. $27,000 AP short. But that's okay. Here we go, the first trip through Phoenix Mountain. Gotta watch out for this pig that's over there. Oh no. Actually helps with the invincibility phrase. But I don't want to ever get goat from there. This Phoenix Mountain is a pain. Charles Undies once again. Alright. Second run. And it's time to go on to Phoenix. This crazy place. Yep. Alright, now to get through this place. The Haunted Mansion is still usually the least threatening place in this run. Alright, so far looking good. Okay. I'm just witnessing there's actually a couple more ways I can change the route to this. I might change it up if it happens. If something bad happens, it's not gonna happen. This is the run, folks. There's this I forgot to get. Alright, that should be all the eggs. Alright, so from here, we can go back to the mushroom forest. Get the most updated bell that we'll use for the majority of the run. The 1,000-year-old bell. It saved lives. Plenty of lives. Alright, and let's do this. Let's go to the lava caves. We get the flame pick bag or fire pick bag. Green evil pick bag. I've always called it flame or fire pig. Still cracks me up seeing getting the grapple and then seeing that guy just jump off the cliff. Like, I have nothing to live for. I've lived all my life to try to get this grapple from the chest. But what is it worth? Whoops. Well, it's a good thing that we actually needed to use that. I was trying to get use the bell. Let's see, if we had the ordinary mushroom, I mean, if we didn't have that, we would be in huge trouble. Doors open with smiles and laughter, and sometimes woes and sadness, but mostly smiles and laughters. Alright, before we do this, I better equip the parasol. Better be safe than sorry. Is Sir Chunk gonna be... Is he gonna cooperate? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, there's one pig. Getting very close to the point that I'm just gonna just forego it to the rest of the game. Alright, and now it's time to go back to Phoenix Mountain for the third time. Alright, so one more time. Let's get through this. Without getting gold, please. And that is so dangerous. So very dangerous. Alright, it is time for pick number 2. I got it. There we go. Alright, 2 pigs, no problem. Lava caves, problem. Yeah, the key for lava caves is still... Oh, I accidentally skipped the cutscene. Oh well. It's still to stay on the high ground. Going to the lower ground is terrible. It's the worst. So we're gonna try to stay as high as possible. I think another thing I can do, like if it looks like it's not gonna look good, is use a charity wing, like right before you get hit. But we can't do it while we're in the air. Okay, we're looking good. As I missed the bunk flower that I needed to get. Oh, I need one more. Alright, yeah, I only got 4, don't I? Dang. We need one more bonk flower. Which is kind of risky at this point. There's one more in the high part. There it is. Now we gotta find a way. Okay, we got it. Get out of here. Alright, this run is looking very, very sharp. So I think we won't have any problems until Trick Village. It looks like. Yeah, because in Trick Village, anything can still happen. A random fish that spawn out of nowhere. So irritating. Skipping cutscene. Alright, I'm gonna waste another charity wing to go back to the Phoenix Hut. To the Phoenix Nest. We're gonna get the Wind Gem, which is gonna save lives. Plenty of lives. Might as well ride this again so we don't have to use another charity wing. Wait until our Wind Gem gets back to full power. I've never blew up that high before. That's amazing. Alright, I might have inadvertently got a speedrun trick in this game. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna skip the mouse pig just for now. We'll go after it once we come back to the jungle after doing some more stuff. So we'll do the usual things. Help the citizens of the village of civilization. Break into the castle. Open the path to the final part of the game. And then we'll go get our grapple jack, hunt some more pigs, eventually come back, defeat the mouse pig and the underwater pig. Alright. Let's finish this scenario. But yeah, definitely. Trick Village, and then the pigs, and then the last boss. And that's basically all I'm looking out for. Don't know why I went over here first, but we had to go to the castle. Whoops. Alright. Blowing up the castle. The fugitive escapes and comes back to the scene of the crime. It's time to get the best item in the game. The grapple jack. Face the grapple jacks. Alright, it is Trick Village time. We can do this. Music still throws me off. Alright, so here we go. This is it. The next hurdle, the Trick Village. Dodging all the evil fish. I do gotta say, I am still not ready for this. With as much practice as I've done. It almost got me. It almost got me. I am missing, a bead. There we go. This part is so nerve-wracking. So many times this has really ended my run. Alright, gotta go slowly right here. Because of this fish right here. Huge pain. Like, I wonder if we can actually get it to spawn somewhere else. That would make things a lot easier. Is reluctant to stay in right there. Alright, no matter how long it takes, we will get that bead without getting damaged. The run killer right there. Always in the way. Bludgeoning fish. Alright, now how are we gonna get out? Alright, slowly, slowly, slowly. Don't get greedy. Alright, we're almost done. Out of here. I'm not taking any chances. I am going to use a charity wing. we did it. I did skip out on a lot of charity wings inside the water, but it's worth it, I think. Now the sad thing is we have to dive into this one more time. And then basically, once we dive in, get the big pig bag, the only worries will be the evil pigs, and that's basically it. That's the gate. That's it. And I have contemplated this. This might have me be one charity wing short. But this is the safest route. Using a charity wing immediately after getting this has been the saving grace of my runs. So now we can get this. We are fully loaded of just going around, getting all the pig bags, and just bagging all the pigs. And yeah, the evil pigs are still pretty dangerous. Like the underwater evil pig, the mouse evil pig. Those are a pain. Sometimes the storm evil pig too, with the tornadoes. My least threatening one is the flower evil pig, although it could like hang up on the upper parts of the boss arena, whatever it's called, the map, preventing you from grabbing it. Alright, so for now, let's equip the dashing pants, go after the mouse evil pig, and then we'll go after the underwater evil pig. Thank you for cooperating. Alright, that's 3 evil pigs so far out of 7. And yeah, I'm skipping the this cutscenes. We've seen them far too many times. Alright, next threat coming up, the underwater evil pig. That can be one way or another, unfortunately. And then the next stop is we're gonna go to Charity Square, get the Storm Evil Pig after this. Or rather, yeah, actually we'll do this. We'll go to this, then get the Storm Evil Pig, go to the underground tunnel, and then probably from there, I'm thinking about doing a Jungle Evil Pig. No, that was perfect. That was perfect. Okay, that was also perfect. Nice. Alright, we got this. We can do this. This is the run. This is definitely the run. It's looking awesome. Alright, I think I'll just barely have one charity wing left. Maybe. Possibly. This is probably the closest I've ever gone on stream with this. Alright, next threat, the Storm Evil Pig. So the idea of this, we have to be like in the middle of the map to have a good chance of bagging the pig. Just like that. That was just perfect right there. And don't mind the spikes, they don't hurt. They don't hurt one bit. Alright, we're under 10 minutes away of actually clearing this challenge. This is exciting. Now I think I can actually get another charity wing. So we're gonna play it safe and do that. It's one of these chests over here. This one, if I had to guess? Yep. Okay, we should be good to go. Using the epic bell one more time. Alright, so all we have to do is go after the jungle and the flower evil pigs. Get our friends, beat the last boss, and we cleared it. We also have to avoid these monsters right here coming up. Because I didn't defeat them. They're still hanging around. It would be terrible to just smack right in front of their faces. Alright, incoming threats. The jungle pig. This could also go different ways too. Like if she hides underneath platforms, it could cause a lot of problems. Like she's doing right now. problems. Yes! We're almost there, folks. We're almost done. The jungle pig actually tried to hit me. They just don't give up, do they? And they have just enough charity wings to actually pull this off, too. Actually, how did I get an extra one? Huh. I didn't know I had an extra charity wing. Underground maze. The flower pig is coming up. We have just 2 more threats left. Two more unworthy adversaries. Alright, are we gonna have a friendly fight? I sure hope so. This thing better not fly in the upper corners of the map. He better stay put. And I messed up. I messed up. Now we gotta douse a lot of shenanigans. Okay. This is it. This is it, folks. 1v1. Final boss against Tomba. If we don't take damage, we cleared the challenge. Clear the challenge of not getting hits, not getting wrecked. And then apparently it does depend on the position. I think it does depend on the position of where Tomba is when you're trying to bag him. Alright, let's get our buddies. You know, sometimes I wish we can just have our buddies go beat the final pig, and then we'll still not take any damage, period. And the route I chose actually pushed it to about an hour and a half of the run. South or north? I think it's north again. Or was it south? It was north. Why do I always goop that up? Is beyond me. North and south always sound the same, so I think that's probably the reason why I always teleport to the wrong place. The memories of that biting plant ruining my run one time. Tragic. So tragic. Alright, 1.5 more friends to find. So this final boss is probably gonna pull off something, but we're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna beg him as soon as we possibly can. It's the only way to beat this challenge. It is time. It is redemption time. Finally, hopefully, it's gonna happen. It will happen. Let's do this. Final showdown. Await. The moment we've been all waiting for. And of course, it was gonna happen. The troll. You had one job, you had to just stay put. But yeah, I did get greedy with that. Very, very greedy. It doesn't get any closer than that, too. Alright, we're gonna keep on running. I am actually not very upset with that because he actually tried his best to avoid me. He really did. Yeah, the wind gem actually helps a lot. Like going to the jungle, avoiding all the biting plants and stuff. That's been very helpful. All right, so this should have been a one, but I was robbed because of the the final boss. Totally, utterly robbed. But that's okay. This is a learning. This is all learning experience. It is time for the 40th attempt. Alright, so this time I'm just going to simply avoid grinding a bit. I will grind for the experience for the wind gem at least. And then I'll try not to skip the cutscenes. I will really try not to. Well, at least try not to skip the cutscenes leading to the bosses being back. We were so close. Honestly, I feel like I got really lucky at the Trick Village. Like, if any point in the run would have screwed us over, it would have been that one. I think I thought of a way to route the Haunted Mansion a little bit more fluently. And we'll see how that goes. Could potentially save about a minute or two altogether. Alright, I'm not gonna skip this one.
This was once a beautiful, peaceful land until 7 evil pigs came. They suddenly appeared and used their powers to change this land into an ugly world.
They were tired of all their houses being blown to bits by wind gusts from a wolf.
The 7 evil pigs are hiding somewhere
The greedy evil pigs.
I'm sure you'll be able to find your bracelet as well. Just remember, be very careful.
Alright, let's go back to the place where we failed and reclaim our redemption. And once again, the small puppy dog. Oh boy. The freeze frame. The dreaded freeze frame. Okay, we're good. And that's not good. Double hit? Double hit. Alright, that's unfortunately the end of attempt 40. Yeah, that freeze frame. That's the thing. Almost certainly cannot avoid taking damage. I forgot to change it to the 41st attempt. Whoops. There we go. Excellent. I can't swim for now. If they ever make a Tomba 3, they have to make him... They have to have him swim again. The most basic swim. Doesn't have to be diving. I would consider diving swimming. And then just floating in the water. It's just floating in the water. Alright, I know I said I was not gonna skip cutscenes, but I'm skipping cutscenes again. Gotta go fast, folks. Gotta go very, very fast. If things continue to go south, I think the next time I'll be able to stream would be, I would say, in less than a week from now. 6 days at most. Alright, now for this part again. Once again, the puppy dog. Oh, that's new. Get up there. Alright. I don't know if I can make this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we made it. Alright, it is time for the grind. Only this time, I'm not gonna worry too much about AP. I think eventually we'll have enough AP to get the ordinary mushroom when we come back into Mushroom Forest the second time. This is definitely an awful lot of grinding. Still worth it though. Doing this as many times as I did when practicing, it sometimes puts you in a trance. I can imagine you're just nibbling down on the thing you love eating all the time. Just picture it. These spiders are actually pork. Delicious, scrumptious pork. Alright, 30 more I almost said pigs. 30 more spiders to go. Eeks. Alright, 10 more to go. Yeah, this pretty much takes about 4 minutes to grind. Alright, let's leave. I missed some experience right up there. And now for the unavoidable cutscenes. Alright, time to get through all this.